Hi there, swarmers! It is so nice to have you back. Thank you for joining us. Hey, if you haven't done it yet, make sure to click that subscribe button. It is totally free, and means the world to us. You could also go ahead and tap that little bell too, so you don't ever miss an episode we drop in here. Okay, so we recently took you on a roller coaster of emotion related to deserts not being the perfect wide open space for solar arrays that we had hoped. Missed it? Don't worry, check it out here. So where to next then? We know that land is a precious resource in its own right, and deserts may be off the table in the scale we need. But there is more water covering Earth than there is land. Whether man-made water stores are natural, what if we built solar arrays on water? Seems like there may be some key advantages here. First, it would help to prevent the heating of the surrounding air, which is a side effect of solar arrays partly due to the decreased albedo caused by the dark color of the panels. And second, it would act to help prevent the internal heating of the cells themselves, which can then lead to up to 20% more efficiency of the cells. The World Bank reports that if man-made water surfaces alone were used to home solar arrays, the global potential exceeds 400 gigawatts. For perspective, that's enough power for 120 million average homes for a year. But, isn't there always a but? While these locations have little impact on the natural world, it isn't non-existent. So there needs to be further work done to examine the impact on fish and bird life before we cover our entire aquatic surface with solar panels. But let's take a look at where it's already been working. A few years back, a Chinese company switched on the world's first floating solar farm. The SunGrow Solar Farm was placed atop a man-made lake, which covers a defunct coal mine site, and with its 166,000 panels, can power about 15,000 homes. The North Sea is home to the Dutch Zon op Zee, solar at sea, and they claim that using only 5% of the North Sea for offshore solar will provide more than 50% of the Netherlands' total energy demands. They also plan to use the same 5% of the North Sea as a home for wind farms. The sun-wind combo is said to have a much higher yield of energy than using just one option alone. They found that by floating the solar panels between wind turbines, they can generate 5 times more energy. Utilizing the same sea space for the solar and wind farms also means infrastructure to transport the energy is easier and cheaper to install, as well as maintaining the systems. India's project is called Dweep, based on the ancient Sanskrit word for island. That's relevant because they are developing whole eco-friendly islands of a skeletal-like structure allowing for tensegrity, that is, to be able to flex and move with the ocean. It's apparently similar to the flexibility our body gets, thanks to bones and tendons. These dweeps can then be used for a myriad of things, like housing an offshore desalination plant, or indeed an offshore solar energy plant. They have already tested a prototype with promising results, so they're ready to scale. And back to the US, there are also plans afoot. The National Renewable Energy Laboratory estimates that if just 27% of the 24,419 artificial water surfaces were used to home solar arrays, it would meet 10% of the total energy requirements for the entire country. And very recently, a research paper was finalized to suggest that covering thousands of miles of California's largest canals with supported, non-floating solar panels would have immense benefit for lower cost energy provision with reduced evaporation, meaning less risk of drought and lower aquatic weed growth. This is by no means a definite project, but there's some pretty compelling arguments for it. We'll link to the full study below. Thank you, as always, for joining us today, Swarmers. We so appreciate your company and your work to always be more sustainable today than you were yesterday. Take care, and we will see you next time.